Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where I'll be going over the latest Inside the Vault, which was released just yesterday, and has a little bit of information on Fallout 76 coming to Steam, a special mystery pick event with the Purveyor, and a bunch of Wastelanders stuff. So let's get right in there with the little Steam update, where they say that earlier this year we had announced that Fallout 76 would be coming to Steam in 2019. Now, as anyone can tell, it's almost the end of 2019. Guess what? It hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. So instead it is coming out in 2020, and they've specifically put that they've moved it closer to Wastelanders release. So my guess here is that if you're waiting for the Steam version, it's probably going to come out around the same time as Wastelanders, because they're probably wanting Fallout 76 Wastelanders to be the version that new players are getting. Because it's kind of a soft reboot almost for the game, so I wouldn't expect a Steam release until Wastelanders releases, which we still don't have an exact date on, just early-ish 2020, probably first half of the year, who knows. Now, something we do have a specific date on, which is pretty helpful because it's very soon, is the Purveyor's Mystery Pick event. Now, this was attempted once before and didn't go well, apparently it was all bugged and whatever, but fingers crossed this time it will work, because it starts next Tuesday on December 24th, so Christmas Eve. This event begins, and it lasts until the end of the year. Yeah, the end of the year, December 31st, which is Tuesday to Tuesday, so an entire week, we have the Mystery Pick event. So the Purveyor, who's located at Berkeley Springs Station, I'm sure all of you know that by now, if you go over to her, you normally just get your random legendary items. This time, you can exchange 60 legendary scrip for a completely random 3-star legendary item. So this could be a 3-star weapon, or a 3-star piece of armour. Could be anything really. But it's for 60 scrip regardless, and you'll just get something completely random. It's kind of fun. I actually need to double check quickly what the standard prices were. Yeah, so 60 scrip is a lot cheaper than the 100 odd you'd normally spend on a random 3-star legendary, so this is a sale, but it's a bit more random as for what you're going to get, but the legendary system is already completely RNG, so you may as well take advantage of this. And considering the fact that we've still got the Holiday Scorched event going on until the end of the year, the same time this ends, and each of the Holiday Scorched spawn in as legendaries, everybody should be having a fairly easy time getting like their script maxed out before this starts, so that on either Christmas Eve or whenever you're free the week after, you can show up to the Purveyor, exchange all your script, and just get a few legendaries. So that is starting, once again, Tuesday, December 24th until Tuesday, December 31st, Legendary Mystery Pick event, which hopefully is going to go alright, and I will in fact be streaming that on the Sunday of the final week of December. That'll be the final stream, and this Sunday I'll be streaming just another Holiday Scorched hunting event, so I get myself more script to break down, as well as the holiday gifts. Now, with all of the actual proper information-y stuff out the way, there's a bunch about Wastelanders, so let's go over basically everything they've said and start working out what it all means. So in the article we've got a few more screenshots of Wastelanders and what it's going to look like. We see a couple more NPCs in a couple of different locations, and the first little screenshot we get is this little shot of two, just wasteland explorers called Lacey and Isela, I think her name is pronounced. It's Isela. I've never met anyone called that before, so no idea how to pronounce it. But they are directly outside of Vault 76, next to a sign advertising the Wayward. And these settlers appear to be kind of like the way to start Wastelanders, and it's very obvious that it's meant for new players to just leave the vault and immediately, oh, here is the start to Wastelanders. These two, NPCs who are just going to be here. And still don't know for certain if NPCs are going to be immortal. Because if these two are mortal instead of immortal, then there's going to be so many players who just show up there and just kill them straight away, just murder them, and then people are just looking at their corpses. Although that might be why the little sign is there, because then you could look at the sign and be like, oh, the Wayward, maybe I should go here. Anyway, and yeah, in exchange for your answers about the mysteries they've come for, they'll lead you to the Wayward. And yeah, they've got questions about Appalachia, but we don't know what they are yet. Could be about the Scorch Beasts, could be about Encryptids, could be about just about anything. But then we get shown to the Wayward, which is just down the road from the Overseer's camp. It looks like I'm trying to work out exactly where that location is. Yeah, I can't quite work it out, but I'm thinking maybe the thing off in the distance might be Slocum Joe's? So maybe between the two? I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's where it's located. But yeah, the Wasteland has been evolving since people have begun to return, and one of the new places and encampment is the Wayward, a watering hole not far from the Overseer's camp in the forest. And it specifically points out that it's an instance location. So similar to the Vault Raids, when you go inside this place, there's not going to be other characters from other player characters in there. It's going to be you and your team. That'll be it. So maximum 4 people in there. So I'm actually quite excited for that, because that makes cinematic footage a hell of a lot easier. So yeah, the Wayward is a new little encampment that we'll go to. And the lady in charge of the Wayward is Duchess. We have seen this character before in a few of the screenshots. She's a bartender, pretty cool, and describes her as the stalwart owner and proprietor of the Wayward, which she built and brought into Appalachia in hopes of providing an inviting atmosphere and stiff drinks to anyone seeking a place to recharge, for a fee of course. And recently there's been a bunch of angry visitors showing up, and she won't refuse a bit of help for you to find out who they are. Now this kind of sounds like, oh, raiders are showing up to the bar, you need to go and find them, and that's how you'll be introduced to the raiders after the more peaceful settler people have been introduced this way. That's what I figure is going to go on here. And the other character who we've seen before, who is in the background of this, is Mort, the ghoul who has a lot of spending time to be drinking and stuff. I'll actually pop up the other screenshot if I've still got it saved, because there's a nice clearer photo of him so you can see what he looks like. And it says Mort has a knack for exploring. He has travelled a large swathe of forest and has managed to figure out how camps work. If you ever need a bit of insight into the surrounding area or a refresher on camps, Mort's your ghoul. So it sounds like he is very much designed for low-level players, people new to the game, teach them how camps work, similar to how the Responders quest did that, and just tell you a bit about the forest and the whole surrounding region. Don't know how useful any of that information will be for those of us who have hundreds of hours in the game, but it'll be nice to just chat with him, I'm sure. Now the final screenshot we see is, man, that looks to me like the, like Spruce Knob almost? The little tower in the background there, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's a new encampment here, and I'm just going to read the paragraph here because it really sums it all up. Duchess and Mort are just 2 of the many people and characters you'll meet during your travels after we've released Wastelanders. One of our main goals with this update isn't just to add NPCs to push your story forward, but to help Appalachia feel much more alive now that people are making their way back into the area. You will not only encounter new faces during the main story, but throughout the game in new encounters, in combat, encampments, and even as they go about their daily lives. We believe Appalachia will feel much livelier when Wastelanders launches next year, and we can't wait to see what you think. And man, I hope it launches well, because I'm going to love it if it launches well, but I can see it going horribly, horribly wrong. But I'm really reassured by the stuff I've seen so far. In this one image here, we've just got a few NPCs who are working on their little encampment here. I don't see anything too new or exciting, but man, I'm trying to read the sign in the background, because there is a sign, and this screenshot is called 76 Humans, which is not quite as descriptive, but yeah, there's a general goods store, and it's Sloan's, or yeah, someone like that. There's a general goods store over there, so we can certainly expect more merchants, which will be nice. But it's nice to see humans in this game, and I'm glad they're literally just not throwing characters in and keeping the world the same. It feels like a lot of locations will be changing, and there'll be new locations added, so we'll all be keeping an eye out for that. And honestly, I am just excited. This article doesn't give, too much away, but that's because Wastelanders is still a little time away. It could come out in January, to be fair. Could be January 2020, but I'm personally feeling it's more going to be maybe March would be my guess. I don't know for certain. But I'd guess March would be my Wastelanders release date guess. But I've been wrong before, so no guarantees on that. But if you have any thoughts about Wastelanders, or have noticed anything in these screenshots which I haven't, feel free to share them in the comments below. This was just a fairly quick video going over it all, because I'm excited and I just wanted to share that all with you. Because, man, I'm really looking forward to Wastelanders. and considering it was supposed to come out in November, I am genuinely getting a bit impatient with it all. I'm just like, come on, give us Wastelanders already. Just give us Wastelanders. But no Wastelanders just yet. But that does mean I'll have time to make Wastelanders prep content, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be making at least a couple of videos about ways to prepare for Wastelanders or the like in the next year, early next year. And make sure to like the video if you enjoy these updates. There's the full Inside the Vault article if you want to save these screenshots yourself. And like I say, I stream every Sunday at 8 PM UK time, so 8 PM GMT. If you want to watch me play some Fallout 76, it's a good way to do it. As always though, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Sarge out.